Adrian Ng is a university student studying a computer science program at INTI University. He is passionate about various cars. One day, while swiping a short video on his mobile phone, he saw the vehicle that changed his life's goal, the Audi RS6. But the price of Audi RS6 is very high, so he started to study harder so that he can fulfill his goal of buying Audi RS6. With his unrelenting efforts, he finally graduated from university. After graduation, he interviewed at Audi. Given his great university grades and the interview questions and process, he made it to his dream company. Adrian was assigned a position in ERP systems, so the company provided him with a series of training programs, the first of which was material management. The first step in material management is purchase requisition.
Hi, I was the one in charge of you during this period. Let's start learning. Purchase requisition is a request form for internal requests for purchasing materials to start the purchasing process. In purchase requisition, the main content is the materials, quantities, and times needed by the engineering department to make the car. Long-term contracts are often chosen when there is a need to ensure stability of supply, lock in prices, and build long-term relationships. So in order to achieve better margins, Audi also signs long-term contracts with trusted suppliers. Then sourcing is also an important part. In order to produce the vehicle, the purchasing department of the company will purchase materials such as steel and aluminum, leather and fabrics, electronics device, plastics and composites, and others according to the required material. Our company is positioned as a high-end brand, so we pay attention to the selection of our vendor and we filter them according to the price, quality, delivery method, and quantity offered, and find the ones that best meet our criteria. According to what I just said, our company's purchasing department will send these requirements to the vendors and then they will send us the quotations for selection. After selecting the vendor, the purchase order is generated by our purchasing department and sent to the vendor. The purchase order specifies some necessary things such as date and time of delivery, material required, quantity of material, and others contained. Then the vendor receives the order and confirms that the order is executable and the delivery is on time. After the vendor confirms that there are no problems with the order, then the goods will be prepared and ready to be shipped to us. Then it will come to the good receipt part. This is where our company's materials management team goes to the company's warehouse and performs a goods check against the previously generated purchase order to confirm that the goods received correspond to the purchase order. Our company uses the ABC classification for inventory. Category A materials are high-value materials that are consumed in lower quantities but have a significant impact on production. Category B materials are in the middle of the scale in terms of value and consumption. We don't allow inventory to be too high for cost or too low for production. Category C materials are low value but high consumption materials, but these materials are easier to replenish. We also use a safety stock strategy. Safety stock for high-value materials. Audi has set high safety stock levels for critical Class A materials such as engines and gearboxes. This is because the lack of these materials can lead to production line downtime and huge losses. Low stock strategy for common materials. Audi adopts a low safety stock level for C materials such as standard screws and rubber gaskets. At the end of the good receipt, the vendor also sends us the invoice. Usually the invoice will have these contents, such as supplier information, invoice number, date of the invoice, list of item, quantity, unit price, and total price. Next comes the final step in materials management, payment. In this section, our purchasing department must confirm that there are no problems with invoices, purchase orders, and other documents. Then they can submit the documents to the finance department for payment. Audi will pay within the payment period stated in the previous contract, such as within 30 or 60 days, in order to close the transaction. This action not only enables our company to fulfill its contractual commitment, but also maintains a good relationship with our suppliers and ensures a stable supply chain in the future. We usually make payments through banks, financial institutions, or other types of payment. This is how we handle material management in our company. Let's go to the production planning section. After ordering the materials, it's time to produce the product. Before starting production, Audi will make sure that the required materials are adequate, such as automotive frames, electronic equipment, interior equipment, plastics and composites, and others. Audi's main manufacturing facilities are located in Germany, Hungary, China, Mexico, Brussels, Slovakia, India, and Brazil. These sites not only produce a wide range of Audi models, but also support the efficient operation of the company's global supply chain. Before production can begin, the production team needs to come up with a production proposal that identifies how many vehicles will be produced and the exact specifications of the production. This step is the initial planning based on market demand forecasts and orders. Based on the production proposal, our company's production team needs to check the production capacity of the manufacturing plant to ensure that the production equipment, human resources, and machinery can support the production target. If capacity is insufficient, then adjustments need to be made, such as by increasing shifts or equipment to meet demand. A bill of material is a detailed list of everything a product needs from raw materials to final assembly. For our company, it includes body of car, powertrain, suspension and braking, electrical systems, interior, drive systems, fuel or powertrain, safety and assistance systems, and others. Then another part is routing. It is a detailed description of the production process, describing the steps and operations of the product. Work centers are the physical locations or equipment that actually perform these processes. Our company's senior management makes forecasts based on different forecasting methods such as trends, seasons, and constants. By using historical data and market trends, companies can anticipate future demand or changes and plan ahead. Demand program is the core of demand management. It combines forecast and sales data to generate a specific demand program. After that, it will come to the part of MPS and MRP. Through MPS, Audi can decide what, when, and how to produce which models. Then, through MRP, Audi can accurately manage material requirements and maintain parts inventory. The core of our company's manufacturing is just-in-time production, as most Audi vehicles have the ability to make selective parts. JIT production allows us to quickly adjust production to real-time demand, reducing the risk of overstocking and optimizing the supply chain. The main principle is to maximize production efficiency through timely delivery, inventory reduction, and demand-driven production.
After listening to what the leader said, Adrian had a question. Is the company owns a SOP?
According to the previously mentioned routings, each production step requires shop floor documentation, which records the details of the production process, including assembly procedures, inspection steps, and quality control requirements. The production shop will go ahead to assemble the vehicles according to the order requirements. After each car has been assembled and quality checked, the production shop will confirm the completed production and enter the results into the system for further inventory management and financial closure. After the production of the car is completed, it will be shipped to our company's warehouse. At this moment, the various departments of our company will generate material document, accounting document, and controlling document according to the relevant responsibilities. Order settlement is the final step in production planning. Order settlement ensures that all costs of production such as material cost, labor cost, and other costs are correctly distributed. If the actual cost is greater than the target cost, the accounting department will analyze it.
With the end of production planning, the training program offered by Audi has come to its final part. But Adrian also needs to go home and digest the information because it is too much. By the next day, Adrian and his instructor continued to begin their studies.
Morning, Adrian. Let's get started with sales and distribution. The first step in the process is pre-sales. This is the first step in capturing market demand, generating interest through marketing and branding, and forecasting demand. This information can be used to plan production to make sure that the quantity produced meets the market demand. Next, our company will manage the sales channel. Our company's sales channels include a network of authorized dealers, online sales platforms, and offline experience stores. Authorized dealers are the most important sales channel for our company. Especially in the high-end market, customers experience the car with a test drive and enjoy personalized service. The number of offline experience stores is small. Its main purpose is to enhance brand awareness and customer experience. Although the proportion of online sales is low, but this channel is gaining among younger consumers and digital consumers. Authorized dealers represent 70 to 80% of all sales. Online sales are 10 to 20%. Offline experience stores are the lowest 5–10%. Next, sales order entry is also an important step in sales and distribution.
While the instructor was teaching Adrian, a woman walked into the store. Therefore, the instructor was able to get through to this woman to give Adrian on-the-spot instruction.
This is our newest Audi A7. It's a German luxury sedan. It has Quattro all-wheel drive, driver assistance, ambient lighting, and more.
This is a nice car. How much does it cost and is it in stock?
Would you like me to provide you with a quotation?
Sure, this is my number, 01129572224.
The dialogue between me and the lady just now is what is called inquiry. Inquiry contains the customer's questions such as price, material or service availability, quantity, and date. Quotation is a detailed list of prices and terms and conditions of the product or service in which the customer is interested. When the customer accepts the quotation, the sales order will be entered into the system. The sales order is an important part of the sales process. It contains contents such as customer information, delivery address, car information, price information, payment methods, delivery information, order status, and customer special requests. Then it comes to checking the availability. When the sales order is entered into the system, the inventory management department will check whether the stock for making the order is sufficient or not. After checking the inventory, the workers will choose the accessories to make the vehicle according to the customer's orders such as rim, interior trim, paint, and others. Once the car is finished, we will pack it in plastic or foam cushions. After the car is packed, the risk of damage during transportation will be greatly reduced. Then the car will start to be shipped to the customer. Post-good issue is an important transaction in sales and distribution. In PGI, the system reduces the quantity of goods from the company's inventory and records it and transfers the ownership of the vehicle from the seller to the buyer.
Then the instructor was ready to take Adrian back to the company's office to explain for invoice.
The sales department of our company generates the invoice and sends it to the customer when the car is delivered to the customer. The invoice will contain the company name, contact information, payment term, invoice date, payment due date, and total amount. The last step is the payment. Our company offers a lot of facilities to the customers, like they can pay in installments or in one lump sum. In the case of installment payment, customers can choose to pay back within 1 to 7 years. However, 10% down payment is required. At this point, all the transactions have been completed. However, our company's sales department will generate customer profiles based on the feedback collected after the sale in order to provide after-sales service to the customers. Now you have completed the training program provided by our company. Hope you work hard and fulfill your dreams soon.
Adrian started working day and night after completing the training provided by the company, and soon he started to get familiar with it. Finally, with his continuous hard work, he finally realized his dream, buying his dream car, the Audi RS6.